Good morning, everyone. Happy energy reading. I'm Terry. We are in store today for a weekend energy reading. So in just a moment, I will be picking some cards for us to see what the implementation tools will be for us as we explore and navigate our human experience through reality this weekend. So this is a weekend reading. It will go from Thursday to Sunday. Please remember that this is a reading for the collective, which means not all this information is going to resonate with everyone. So just take what does, toss what doesn't. And if you would like something more personal, more private, you can book a reading with me directly from my site, terryhuberman.com. Just go to the book a reading section and you can get one right there. It's easy peasy. So when I was doing a check-in with the universe, I was asking, what do we need to know? What does the collective need to know for this weekend? And what was coming up was the need for validation in using our gifts and the importance of why that validation is so important. So it's not so much the validation for your choices and your decisions. It's specifically getting validations for your gifts, okay? A lot of our gifts are starting to come online. When I'm talking gifts, I'm talking the divine connection that we are all starting to experience energetically and how we express them publicly, right? So some people may be doing more arts and crafts. Some people may be writing books. Some people may be becoming YouTube creators, right? Some people their telepathy, I know mine is increasing. Mine personally is going off the charts, and I did get some validation yesterday. I just realized that. I got some validation yesterday, which made me realize I am not crazy. Some of us are dabbling maybe with even tarot cards, right? And using the intuition. So it's all about how we are using that divine connection, and it can be in 1,000 bazillion gazillion different ways because every one of us is different, but how we're using that divine connection to express ourselves. Now, the reason we actually need the validation is to confirm that we are on the right path, that we are on the right track. So this is an aspect where it does come from outside of us that we can't give to ourselves. Does that make sense? So again, I'm not saying run your life based off of what other people are telling you. No, you have to have some sort of self-agency. You have to have some sort of, trust and confidence in yourself. But what they're talking about is that outside validation that you are right, so that you continue going on the same track, so you continue doing what you're doing. What that does is it does build trust with yourself. So for example, when I was first learning how to really formulate and put together my talents and skills, right? I needed to express myself, show myself publicly to other people so that they can validate that information. So I knew if I was on the right track or not. And if I wasn't on the right track, then that means I would have to sort of go back to the drawing board, investigate, and see if I could say things differently, right? So for example, if your gifts are starting to come online, which I believe they are, and they're going to increasingly come online for the rest of 2021, and you're not giving it, you're not putting it out there for other people to see, you're not going to get the validation or build up the trust within yourself that you're actually doing the right thing or that you're on the right track. And that is part of your evolution, because it is how you build self-trust. It is how you start to get on that train of alignment with yourself, right? You have to be able to trust yourself in order to get yourself into a state where you are one with yourself, Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, and what they're trying to say is if you haven't really been expressing yourself through any type of gifts that you are starting to come aligned with, start practicing, start doing, and start showing. So for example, you're creating a YouTube channel, get it out there. Don't unlist videos. Don't not make the videos public. Get out there. Ask your friends for feedback, right? Maybe you're just starting or just learning how to tap into that intuition of yours, and you want to give readings or you want to give guidance to people. Of course, you should always be responsible in how you do it. And that is something I can teach you. That's a whole other video. But start doing it. Start practicing, getting that validation. Okay. So it's super, super important for you to start doing that so that you can see that most of the time you are going to be on the right track or going in the right direction. And that the doubt and the insecurity and that inner civil war of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no will be cleared up, right? So that's what they're talking about. This is a weekend for you to go ahead, use your gifts, start expressing yourself and get validation. Ask your friends, ask your family, especially ask strangers. I would actually ask strangers more than people you know, because they will be more honest and more objective, right? Your family doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Your friends don't want to hurt your feelings. Or maybe they do. Or maybe they think this is all bullshit, right? So actually, let me take that back or reel that in. Don't ask your friends. Don't ask your family. Just sort of like see if there's somebody on Facebook, you know, maybe there's a Facebook friend, and I use that term very lightly, that you don't know very well, you know, and see if you can just reach out to them and do a little bit of a reading or something along those lines, right? So, so get the validation that you need in terms of whatever your gifts are, and make sure you get them out, because if you're not only are you not gonna, you know, stall yourself from learning to trust yourself, but you're also stifling what your purpose is here. And this is part of the process of finding out what is your purpose in this lifetime. Got to give your gifts, right? Got to give your gifts. So let me pick some cards here, do a quickie little implementation check to see how and what is the best way for us to get that outside validation using our gifts. Here we go. Let me just choose the cards. Got my 4 cards. Let's do a reveal. We have the 9 of Hearts. Ooh, the Wild card. Harmony. And 4 of Water. So this is what we're dealing with this weekend. 4 of Water, Harmony, 9 of Hearts, and the Wild card. All right, so here's the dealio. Here's the scoop on the poop with this. This is about ending something that you are emotionally connected to and having the power to step away from it. Which in this case could vary, and it's emotional. It is emotional. So this is about stepping away from whatever, you know, it could be this block that you're just afraid of giving to the world or exposing yourself. That's what it is. You can be very vulnerable when you are exposing yourself and very emotional. So it's time to step away from that. When you're using your gifts, you just got to say nope to that. And then yes to let's see what's happening, because there is some sort of, there's a harmony that you're in with the divine. So there comes a point where you have to start trusting the divine more than you're trusting yourself, right? We humans, we are made out of ego, which we need. We need the ego because it keeps us alive. But there are times, a lot of times, the ego will lie to us. So we need to step past our ego. We need to go beyond beyond our internal mind thought process environment. And we have to learn to trust the divine so that we can emotionally be available to ourselves and to other people. Now, of course, this is all up to you. That's what the wild card is. This is all up to you. I mean, you choose your own reality, but if your gifts are coming online and maybe you're like creating art, you can keep it to yourself, absolutely. But how are you going to know if you're in the right direction, right? If you're just going to keep everything to yourself, right? So, and again, it's just the outside validation for just this particular area. I do not want you guys to think that you need to start getting validation about your entire life and who you are as a human based on, outside sources. No. You have to find that within yourself. But you also have to have some sort of trust in the divine, that your connection is authentic and real, and that your art and that your gifts are truly, truly coming out. And that you can trust it, but it's your choice. Everything is your choice. That's going to be part of your reality. So this weekend, do what you need to do, but I would choose to get my gifts out publicly. I would choose to ask for validation, and I would choose to learn how to trust myself in this process, and also to trust the divine connection is authentic and real. So there you go. What am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. Now, I am running I wouldn't call it necessarily a special per se, but during these hard times, I am now offering a sliding scale payment process for my coaching services, okay? For the coaching program, for the coaching package, which has energy readings, breath work, energy healing and breath work, and coaching. So now there's a sliding scale that is available for you. So if you are interested, now is the time to do it, because we all need the support during these hard times, and we can make this as economical as we can for you during this time. So if that is something that you are interested, or you've been interested in, I want to get some mentoring, I want to get some coaching from Terry because I'm stuck, because I want to get deeper into my intuition, I want to get out of indecision, now is the time. When is the right time? Now. Yes. So there is a sliding scale monthly payment plan that I do have. Please go ahead and schedule a complimentary consultation to see if we're a good fit, to see if I can teach you how to shift your energy so that you can get super into your intuition, out of indecision. Yes. You just go to my site, terryhuberman.com, click on the coaching section, schedule your complimentary Zoom or phone call, and that's it. Super easy. And I'll see you on the flip side.